don't need a high-end designer or a lot of money to get a luxe look. Be your own interior designer.
This is Affordable Interior Design, the podcast.
Here's your host, Betsy Helmuth.
All right, let me go to my next question today, which comes from Moni. Moni is writing in from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, and she writes, "What is the most important skill in interior design?" Yes, Moni, as you know, I teach the Interior Design Academy that basically teaches people who want to become interior designers all the skills that they need to both become an interior designer and have business acumen to start their own thing within 10 weeks. It's the same program that I use internally with my own designers when I'm training them to work for me, except of course I've added business modules because my own designers don't need business modules. I'm going to be providing them with business. So I had them watch those same videos, and those videos were derived from my one-on-one trainings with my own team. I have lots of thoughts and feelings on what is the most important skill in interior design, because as I'm teaching new designers, whether they work for me or whether they're going through my academy, I am thinking about, is this person going to please the client? Is this person going to be making changes that help the client's space or hurt the client's space, right? What is the most important thing that sets an interior designer apart from somebody who just has a good eye or just has a nice taste level, right? So I've given this question lots of thought, and I have one distinct answer. The most important thing that an interior designer can learn is space planning. Because I don't care how great your space looks. You have the most amazing eye for design. You just seamlessly know how to put things together. But if the walkways are tight, if when I'm carrying groceries or lifting my child and I'm hitting pieces of furniture, or I'm bumping artwork because there wasn't a walkway allotted, or if I'm sitting on the couch and I'm reaching over to put my iced coffee down, and I have to reach over way low to put it down because there's not a good relationship between the height of the table and the height of the sofa arm. Well, the space feels uncomfortable and it looks amateurish. So the most important thing is space planning. How does the room function? Because the actual choices, the artistic choices of color palette, pattern selection, artwork selection, all of that is subjective. And even if I create the most beautiful space in my mind, I may have a client who hates my choices, just doesn't resonate with them. Maybe it doesn't reflect their personality, or maybe they just don't think it's a good design. But nobody can dispute a good layout. A good layout that flows, that maximizes the room, that reuses pieces, in a really seamless way while integrating new pieces that make the room just make sense. That is something that has to be learned. And that is something that brings immense value. Because when a person is buying the right size sectional, even if it's in a color that, I might not have picked, right? When a person is buying the right size coffee table, then they're allowing the right amount of space for you to pull out your dining chair without hitting the wall. The whole room will feel good. The room will feel comfortable. And that's the most important component, is that the room functions well. Of course, I want it to look extremely attractive, but if it doesn't have a good layout, it's not a good design, and you're not a good designer. So that's why the core of my program, it has 10 modules, and the middle 2 modules are 100% devoted to layout. Because if you cannot create a good layout in every single room, every single time, you are a bad designer. Moni, if you come to me, you're going to get the straight story. So I hope you appreciate that.
A big thank you to our amazing producer, Catherine Heller, to Aton and the MCR House Band, and to Affordable Interior Design, the sponsor of this podcast and the premier place to get an amazing look on a budget. Check out affordableinteriordesign.com. If you guys love the show, the very best way to support us is by spreading the word. Tell your friends or write us an awesome review on iTunes. So until next week, guys, thanks so much for joining us, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.